Staff Sergeant Kelsey Kinney.
Well, there could be a champion crowned tonight at the Women's College World Series. Will it be a Sooner coronation, or can Texas force Game 3? 1 for 4, scored a run in the first inning last night in Game 1. And she'll start things off with a base hit and a runner aboard for Jocelyn Allo. And a called strike 3. Allo finally retired, 1 down. Another full count. Jennings grounds it to Jefferson, hopped up on her, and they can't make the play. And just like last night, a shaky start for the Texas defense. 0-2, pops her up left side. Washington calling for it, 2 down.
Now Estelle check, changing the way that she throws, and then an effort on each pitch.
And probably not coincidentally, it's when they went on their run of knocking off favorites on their way to the championship series. They do win the top of the first, and they keep the Sooners off the board.
This Longhorn team needs it now.
Right back up the middle, and there it is for Janae. Now, can the Horns capitalize? They got a first inning run last night, but left the bases loaded and missed a chance. Remember, the all Big 12 freshman team this year had a 4-hit game, a school record, in their upset win over UCLA earlier in the tournament, and she goes opposite. And a couple aboard early for the Longhorns.
Well, Jordy
Learn from it, and then we can forget about it.
Yeah. You know, Jess, we've been there before. At times you say, hey, they used them all up yesterday. Oh.
Infield is not drawn in at second and short. Washington lifts one back to right. Boone goes back onto the track, makes the catch, but that'll be deep enough. And a sacrifice fly gets Texas the lead. Immediately a change for the Longhorns tonight.
Riley Boone was playing so far in because of the bases loaded, had to go a long way. Makes a great grab, actually, to get this one at the warning track. And remember, the sun, all the elements, but definitely deep enough. I thought they might even score 2 on this because she was running so far back, but they definitely... Greatest hitter that Texas softball has ever seen.
That was a nasty change to see what Mary does. 2-2 pitch, center field. Coleman going back. This should be plenty deep. At the wall, makes the catch. But another sacrifice fly to score a run.
Well, these outfielders making terrific plays because Jordy Ball right now is getting hit hard. Coleman finding the wall. The timing of this, we're talking like 1.5 feet from leaving the yard, putting Texas up more than just another run. But Jada Coleman making a great grab still. The Longhorns, the eye swing and miss, a lot of hard contact.
Courtney Day sends him back to the track again, to the wall, and it's robbed. Jada Coleman brings the home run ball back in.
Gonna get for an outfielder. Jada Coleman getting back, finding the wall, the timing, get up and rob yourself a home run. She's about 3 feet over the wall. The athleticism keeping her team in this game. Let's go.
At second base on the infield. Get over the stereotype that kids like me have to be in the outfield and fight for what you want.
Backing up is Washington on the grass. Got on her heels, and Kinsey Hansen is safe at first. On that again tonight on an unseasonably pleasant evening in Oklahoma City. The humidity has stayed away today. And a strikeout of Snow. 1 down, that's the second for Czech. Johns, a rocket. Back it goes to the base of the wall out in left center. Sliding in with a double is Janet Johns in the bottom of the order, making noise. The tying run now in scoring position.
Right there, she's got to keep it low.
Well, or Holly, at an 0-2 pitch, it needs to be a waist. It needs to be even higher, unhittable. Change the eye level up to go back down low.
Boone, they've got the runner bottled up, and the tag applied. J.J. Smith, perfect execution, run directly at the base runner, and they get the second out.
Said, you're going to have to come get me.
Runners on the corners here. 2 outs for Jada Coleman, back to the top of the order. And they will get out of this without having to face Alo, who is left in the on-deck circle. 2-0 Texas. J.J. Smith to face Jordy Ball. First pitch swinging. Jennings tried to backhand it. Couldn't haul that one in, and Smith aboard. Couple of sac flies getting them the early lead. And walked her. Let's send it down to Holly Rowe.
Well, what a good punch back from Texas tonight. The Longhorns trying to survive here at the World Series.
Definitely not fooled by Jordy Ball's down pitch.
Simiz out to Coleman. That won't be deep enough to move the runners. One down.
And that's actually an off-speed pitch on a 1-2 count. That's a slight miss. That's elevated. She's lucky it did not get hit harder.
Jefferson coming up for the second time. And grounds it to Jennings, over to Lyons for one. First base. Diving in safe is Janae. To prevent the double play. Corona, the pinch runner, over to third. The 2 out. Camille Corona, 60 feet away. And Scott gloved at first by Taylon Snow. Defense holds up for the Sooners, a couple left on. Through that she was able to strike with Tiare Jennings from a very early age, playing together in the Bat Busters organization. Actually, Jocelyn, a bit of a mentor for Tiare, and walks on 4 pitches. And that'll bring the first pitch swinging. Scott to Jefferson. Over to first base and Smith. Double play. It's the 11th of the NCAA tournament for Texas. Night for Texas to force game 3 tomorrow. Popped up left side, Washington. Longhorns are lurking. They have done such a remarkable job of just wiping the slate clean after a tough loss and facing elimination. Now for the 7th time in the postseason, Dayton walks for the 2nd time.
They've rallied around her to make sure she feels loved and supported. She tweeted out recently, "I know my dad would be proud of how I've been playing at the World Series. Daddy, this is for you."
Doesn't get the call she wanted there, and the strikeout for Jordy. Oh-2 to Iacopo. Lyons to second for one. Over to first. Double play, Oklahoma. Off the backhand of the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, Grace Lyons.
Known to them if they choose to swing at it and pop up, or do they choose to not swing and potentially walk? I think
Brito goes the opposite way. At right center, she'll try for 2, and she's in there. Extra bases for Alyssa, and again, the tying run will come to the plate. Hansen to Scott, checks the runner. Mishandled at first, bounces past Smith. And Oklahoma diving in safe at the plate is Brito, and they are on the board.
the 18th error of the year on Mia Scott. This is a routine play, and this is what Coach White talked about. We need to make the ordinary. That ball hops to J.J. Smith, And of course, Brito's going to come all the way around, never stopping. Patty Gasso making sure she's waving her around, trusting her coach, dives to the back of the plate. Nice tag by Mary Iacopo, but just not in time.
First pitch swinging, tie game.
Oklahoma, Taylor Snow, after striking out first pitch, she comes out. She's looking low away. She's trying to be a little bit later because it was the changeup, the off speed. She struck out on beautiful look right up the middle. Check coming in, ball going out. This game's all tied up.
Home run last night, the RBI single tonight for Snow. And now she's the go-ahead at first base. Still. Johns to Washington, over to Jefferson, to first base Smith, then another double play. Second of the night for Texas, 2 down.
And this is all.
Here's Riley Boone in the 9 spot in the lineup. Washington back on the grass, got it. Couple of runs across, we are all even in game 2 of the Women's College World Series. Day. Brito has a beat on it. 1 down. Favorites. There was a lot of stress. They felt the pressure, and his team has followed his lead, playing much looser this time around, but J.J. Smith caught trying to take the extra base. Outfield assist, Jada Coleman.
About the pitching and the swing and miss and the home runs, but come on, let's be real. Jada Coleman is putting on a show tonight, robbed a home run, had a great takeaway of a double, and now this one, the assist, hosing out J.J. Smith, thinking about 2. Jada Coleman showing off the guns.
She's putting out, yeah, she's putting a clinic on how do you play center field, how do you make throws, relays. Her feet were already in perfect position so she could rifle that ball in to Grace Lyons at second, and that's just knowing where you're throwing the ball and being ready to get rid of it as quick as possible.
That defensive play by Coleman took the air right out of it for Texas, and Ball ends it with the strikeout and a
on base.
Chops that one out to left center, and coming out to make the catch, Bella Dayton. 1 down. Gets a hold of one, straight away center, back to the base of the wall, and it's caught by Dayton. 2 down.
You can't do is come over that white part of the plate. 3-1 count.
Jennings back up the middle, base hit. Her first of the night, a 2-out base runner, and that puts the go-ahead on. That hits her, so 2 on. That will push Jennings over to second. Brito ripped down the line, fair ball, that's extra bases, and that will give Oklahoma the lead. Jennings comes in to score, 3-2 Sooners.
And you can tell tired, this pitch left over the inside part of the plate. That's supposed to be a curveball, a little bit more inside, and it's just left over the white, and Brito just does a good job of driving that right down the line. Tara Jennings with all that speed, easily going to score from second. A huge RBI double for Brito to put. And as you mentioned, Jess, it's that second and third time through the lineup, just so many adjustments.
Hansen gets a hold of it, way back and gone.
And this is all adjustments. Hansen on a 2-1 count knows what she's hunting. And the Sooners just continue to know how to boom. They are just so smart at the plate. This is a curveball that's a little more up in the zone, but again, an account that you've got to make this pitch a little bit more on the hands, a little bit more inside. And Kenzie Hansen, who has struggled this year, lifts this ball out of the yard. A huge 3-run shot, and Patty Gasso loving it.
7th different Sooner to hit a home run at the World Series, and for Kenzie Hansen, her first home run followed by a 4-run 5th. Base hit, Taylon Snow, and the hit parade continues. Run from Kenzie Hansen, and there's Jefferson with the play at second. Side retired to the bottom of the 5th, and now Texas in a must-win situation. 17 comeback wins on the season for Texas, including one in the national semifinals when they trailed by 5 runs to Oklahoma State. And Nicole May starts things off with a strikeout, 1 down. Two pitch. Jefferson out to left center. Brito calling for it. 2 down. Scott. Brito coming on, makes the catch. The outfield play exquisite tonight for the Sooners. Through the wickets, Jefferson tries to make the play. Boone safe at first. Boone will move over to second. On the Whelp. Jocelyn hit a home run. And there will be 2 aboard for Alo.
Nose.
Alo through the glove of Washington. It was hit so hard, and the bases are loaded for Oklahoma. Jennings out to center. Coming on is Dayton, and she makes a terrific catch. Tagging from third is Boone to come in to score to make it 7-2, and Jennings gets the sacrifice fly.
Back flies are going back, but because they're playing so deep, Bella Dayton has to come running in, leave her feet, go into the slide, which is why it makes it an easier sacrifice fly. But they play this Oklahoma Sooners team, especially the last 2 batters, on the warning track.
Series record with a 15th RBI. Grace Lyons going deep and gone. 3-run shot for Lyons.
And just like that, the Sooners can continue to pile runs on. Grace Lyons protecting Jennings, who protects Al. 50% of the home runs for the Sooners. First pitch swinging on an elevated screwball. This 3-run shot gets out in a hurry. That is her 23rd home run of the year.
This year, regular season they were a little bit behind, but they have picked it up with perhaps the best offensive postseason. Pass that bat. Chase each other around the bases. Quite often it's a trot. Simpson, a couple of strikeouts to end the inning, but 4 more on the board. 3, 4, and 5 for the Horns. It's Bella Dayton, couple of walks. Dayton, left center, on the run, Brito reels it in. 1 down.
I feel like if you saw Alyssa Brito just walking down the street, she just...
Washington, Coleman with room. 2 down. Instrumental in getting them to the first champ series in school history. Jennings can't get to that one, and Iacopo is aboard with 2 outs. Trying to tag team for game 2. That would be fitting. The best pitching staff in the country this year. Out number 3 on the strikeout for Nicole May, and Oklahoma now 3 outs away from a title.
For these games.
Ball 4. No walks to lead off. Scott to Jefferson for 1, over to first, and the 3rd double play of the game for the Texas defense. 2. Green back up the middle, Jefferson across her body, and Grace is aboard.
The options, right? Need to continue to grow that.
Coleman popped it up. Washington has it, side retired. Last chance for Texas from Honolulu, Hawaii, on the north shore of Oahu. Is she going to get a chance to make a play? Yes, she is. Glove work from Alo. 1 down.
She came in on it a little bit. She was so excited. It's been a bit since
you history and just the balance from the circle at the plate in the field. And Hope Troutwine gets another one for Alo. 2 down.
Falls down.
And the walk. A season that started out 38-0, and then Texas beat them.
Ball.
Scott chases Brito back, and a 3-run home run for Mia Scott. Or did that bounce off the top of the wall and come back in? The umpires are looking at each other as Scott gets back to the base. Mia thought it was a home run. Mike White thought it was a home run.
Yeah, that's a home run.
That's a home run.
Yeah, that's a home run. It's off the railing.
It's that metal railing.
Yeah.
About 3 feet over the fence.
Is changed. Home run.
3-run home run for Mia Scott. And hold on. Washington, the grounder to Jennings, over to first. Oklahoma wins it. Then the trophy hunting Sooners track down national championship number 6. back-to-back titles and a 5th in 9 years. And Patty Gasso and her son, assistant coach JT, hugging it out. A pressure-packed season where they were #1 from day one. And they close it out with another trophy